Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I would like to talk to you about my vegan diet, about the things that are important to me, if there's anything special that I follow. So if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. The first thing I would like to talk about is whether I'm following any special kind of vegan diet, and the short answer is no. So if you're following other vegan YouTubers, then you have definitely noticed that there are the raw food people, some people like eating cooked food, there are the high carb, low fat vegans, there are fruitarians, some people like following the raw till 4 diet, and I don't know what else is out there, but I do not focus on one type of diet. I'm trying to eat very intuitively. I like cooked food. However, I definitely believe that eating a lot of raw food is beneficial for my body. So that's why mostly during the warm season, I'm trying to incorporate as much raw food as possible, but I'm just not stressing over this. The things that are important to me when it comes to my food is, first of all, it has to be vegan, obviously. And second, I want my food to be as fresh as possible. Whenever possible, I like eating rather food from local sources. I like supporting local farmers. And then I like preparing my food myself. So we go to restaurants every now and then, but that is not happening very often. We rather eat at home, plus I absolutely love cooking. I believe that eating a lot of raw food is definitely beneficial for my body, especially in terms of minerals and vitamins. However, my digestion can be a little sensitive, so I have to be really careful about the amount of raw food I'm consuming. I found out that some things just don't agree with me, and I think this is the same with any other diet. You just have to find out what's good for you, what feels great. And like many people like chickpeas, they have no problem with them. My body just does not want chickpeas, so I just don't eat them. Instead, I eat white beans or some other beans, and that's fine. So I think it's always best to find out what works for you the best instead of focusing stubbornly on, okay, I want to eat raw, and then you feel bad because you have stomach ache and you have diarrhea or whatever. So I just don't see the sense behind it. So always listen to your body. That would be definitely my advice. Also, eating raw is not really realistic in this area where I live because I live in Austria and a lot of the stuff has to be imported, which I don't see as sustainable. Of course, I also eat bananas and oranges and they are also imported, but I just don't have to eat 100% imported food when there are local farmers that have also great stuff that I can eat. Probably the top question that you will get as a vegan from non-vegans is, where do you get your protein? I've already filmed a video about my favorite vegan protein sources, which I will link down below. And in addition to that, I also started incorporating protein powder into some of my dishes. For example, into my porridge, my smoothies, or when I make muffins. This is something I have been actually doing also before I went vegan because I work out a lot. However, I stopped using protein powder for a while. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like I needed it. And now that I work out again a little bit more, I feel like that's something my body benefits from. So I started adding the protein powder into some of my dishes again. I make sure that my protein powder is vegan. I like vanilla taste. I like the peanut butter flavor or simply the neutral flavor or like no flavor at all. I also like chocolate protein powder, but I would say that vanilla is definitely my favorite one. I buy my vanilla protein powder in our local drugstore, and I ordered recently the neutral protein powder from My Protein, so I will link it down below. One thing that is definitely important, not just for me, but for everyone, regardless of what diet you're on, is drinking lots of water. So I always have my mason jar with me. This is half a liter, and I would say I drink like 5 of these at least a day. In summer, I drink even more of these, and in the unlikely event of me doing cardio, I would also drink more than that, but that's not gonna happen because I hate cardio. Anyway, yeah, that's the water thing. I have here my notes because I forget things. Yeah, I wanted also to talk about sweet stuff and junk food. So I do like ice cream. I do like vegan chocolate. Sometimes I like these gummy stuff, like the vegan gummy bears or something like that. I don't eat these too often, but I would say in summer I tend to eat, I'd say like every other day, ice cream. but I try to compensate for it so that when I have sweet tooth, I rather eat like melons, strawberries and stuff, and I stuff my face with it so that I would not crave anything else. I like eating vegan burgers occasionally, which is not happening very often, but I like them. The funny thing is, before I went vegan, I did not like burgers that much. I did not like hot dogs that much. But since I went vegan and I discovered vegan hot dogs and vegan burgers, I started liking them. That's just very curious, I thought. Anyway, I always try to listen to my body as good as possible. And when I feel like something is messing up with my digestion, I just don't eat it anymore and I find something else, because there is so much you can eat as a vegan. Back to the junk food. So when we're watching films, I like eating popcorn. Sometimes I like grabbing chips. Sometimes I like these tiny salt sticks. And during the week, I try not to eat junk food at all. So I just munch on carrots when I feel like I want to eat something. I never count calories. However, at the beginning of my being vegan, I checked if I'm eating enough, because plant-based food is less calorie dense. So you have to make sure you eat enough. Otherwise, you're going to be craving stuff. And that was just the beginning. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out according to how my body feels. So if I start craving shit, then I know, okay, I should eat a little bit more, then I adjust the amount of my food and then everything is fine. So I feel like it's very easy. So if you have any more questions about my diet, about the style of eating, just write them in the comments, and I will also link down below my playlist Food Diaries and my Sweater Wetter recipes. And if I find something interesting, I will link it down below as well. I also link down below all of my Instagram accounts. I have 2 discount codes for you guys. Currently, they are also down below. And that's it for today. So if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumb up. You can also share it. I would be also super happy if you would subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you with my next video. Bye!